What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? So we're back again for another episode review of Kandi and the Gang. Y'all should know if I'm recording it, holding it like this from this angle, y'all should already know Ashley is tired as fuck. I had to go to work today. Dealing with that coworker. Oh my god. How have you been at the job for 6 months already and you still don't know what shit to do and where stuff go? Okay, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. I had to get that off my chest for right quick. But let's get into the episode. This is season 1, episode 8, Exes Who Lunch, okay? First of all, it's good to see that Philip and Brian getting along, all right? So far, we have not had any more, issues within the restaurant with people being pissed off at Philip or not giving him a chance, or Philip being too hard and micromanaging everybody or whatever. So far, so good. And I'm loving that atmosphere so far. But then we get into Aunt Nora and the girls. They over there at Aunt Nora's house. Mama Joyce talking about we finna get on online dating. I said, wait a minute, what? She said, yeah, Bertha, we about to get you a man. I said, huh? She said, yeah, we're about to go on SingYourLovin.com, put you a little profile picture up there, and we're about to get you somebody. She said, bitch, I don't want nobody. Did I tell you to do that? She was like, girl, come on, let's do it. She was like, listen, okay, so the only way that I do it, you get your ass one too. She was like, all right, I'll do that shit. Mama Joyce was sitting there like this. I said, okay, Mama Joyce do look nice. All of them, for them to be as old as they are, they don't look it to me. All right, but and maybe it's because they have like this type of energy around them that just make them appear younger than what they are. Because when I saw that Bertha was 80 years old, I said, what? I guess when you think of like 80-year-olds or whatever, you think of somebody that's like in a, just not doing all that movement and doing, just being active. And they're very much active. So kudos to them. Anyway, we move on to that. And we see June and Chandrika meeting up with Dominique, okay? And June just... June, honestly, is the main one that feels some type of way about this whole situation, okay? Because Chandrika says that she doesn't care, but she really does. And we know that she does, okay? But June is like her mouthpiece. That's what it is. And even in last week's episode, when they left the party or when they were stuck outside the party, how you gonna hate and you can't even get in, hating outside the club, bitch? That's what it was. Listen, that shit was fucked up, okay? That shit was messed up. And I feel as though I agree with Dom. If we came together, we should at least coordinate to lead together. Or not Dom, but June. Or y'all should have came down there and y'all should have had a conversation. That's what should have happened, all right? June wanted to confront Dom about the fact that she didn't come back, and wanted to know what went down when they went at the party or whatever. Because, bitch, we was out there for 30 minutes and you ain't even come back. Mind you said, I'll come back and get you. And Dom whole thing is, well, it was crazy. Like, first of all, it's a work atmosphere. You got the bosses and you got everybody up in there. I just couldn't get out. I said, that's a lie. That's a lie. If you did not want to leave the party, you wanted to stay there because Brandon probably wanted to stay there. You like you said, you do have some other people from the job there. All you had to do was come back out with Safari, Torian, and Patrick and let them know what was going on, and then continue to talk to your girl in June and let them know what the plans is. Okay, so I know that they said that y'all can't come in, but, Brandon's still up there, and I want to stay with my man, and is it going to be a problem or whatever? And if they would have said, cool, 9 out of 10, they probably would have been like, yeah, you go ahead and do what you got to do. But it didn't work that way, So I'm just like, all these little excuses is just dumb. But Dominique don't feel like she did anything wrong. It's not that big of a deal, but it's okay to admit that, yeah, I could have came out there and I could have checked on you or whatever. I could have followed through about that. But later on at the restaurant, Brian is saying to Shardo and Chandrika, he's finna have a burial for one of his wigs, Leslie, okay? His PP, or what's it called? A pay, not a toupee, but a pay or something like that. But, it's the little gray shit that he be having up here, okay? I was like, oh, all right, that was cute. Meanwhile, you got Patrick outside, and he doing a little valet parking. Baby, how much he get paid? I just want to know. For him to be the main parking attendant or whatever, and I guess he the manager of the parking lot, how much he get paid to be a parking attendant? Because he looked like he make a good living. Girl, I don't know. Maybe I want to do that. I don't. No, I don't. But I just got questions. I want to know the pay rate, okay? Listen, let me know and let me in on the game. Man, Ty come out there. All right, Ty come out there. And then next thing you know, we see this Mercedes come through. Now, I'm not big into the car thing, okay? Like, I feel like I'm different from a lot of people, and because I'm real simple. I'm real simple. As long as it look nice, I don't need all that fancy shit. I'm not into diamonds like that. I'm not into jewelry. Well, I'm not into jewelry like that. You know what I'm saying? I may give me a couple of stud earrings, whatever. Give me a simple chain if I want to do something a little fancy or cute. But that's just about it. The car shit, bitch. I mean, if it look nice and you driving it, I'll pop my ass up in it. But am I gonna bad for myself at the time? 9 out of 10, no. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I would have been just like Chandrika. Bitch, I don't even like driving. So what's up? You gonna drive me, okay? Bitch, I get driven. Okay, that's what it is. Chauffeur me, bitch. Anyway, with that going on, the car pulls up and it was a Benz, and I'm looking at it because some of these little, name brand and I guess you say fancy cars or whatever, expensive cars, they be looking so goddamn cheap to me. I'm just saying. I be like, this is what y'all be going all out for. Y'all be getting all excited. That shit look cheap as fuck. The Honda Accord look better than that. What is that? Okay, get you a Kia. It look a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? That Ford look better than this shit. But I'm not hating on it. Okay, I'm just saying that's how I look at certain things. And I'm only saying that too because when June pulled up in that parking lot with that Mercedes, I said, is that a 2020? 21, 19, because it was given 2015. Maybe, like I said, it's the thought that count. It looked like somebody took a Dodge Charger, put it together with a Malibu or a Ford Focus and molded the shit together and spray painted it matted black. I don't know. Maybe because I don't know cars like that or I'm not into it. I didn't see the hype. Like, I would have been like, oh, you could have got her a better looking one. I was just like, it looked like he got her the most basic one. After all the cars that we done seen on TV, it looked like he done got her the most basic one while he coming up there trying to stunt. Because, June, that's all you was trying to do, bitch. You was trying to stunt. Why would you come to her job? She can't never come to work on time as it is, okay? Mama can't never be at the hostess stand as it is. And you gonna pull up. You gonna pull up with this car to come surprise her at her job. For what? To stunt. To stunt, because that's exactly the reason why you wanted to go to that housewarming party, to show them that, we got our shit together, so what? We doing good without you. That's basically what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, they trying to understand what was going on, and June come up there. Baby, when he had him pay that $10 for the goddamn parking and June was having a hard time either finding a credit card or getting a cash app or whatever he was doing, I said, there's money in your hand. Bitch, when he finally gave him that money, Patrick said, you only gave me $9. The producer said, why you ain't let him just go with that one? He said, no. You could pull up here in the goddamn Benz to show off with a bow. Bitch, you could pay $10. I said I would have did the same damn thing, Patrick. I would have did the same damn thing. But at the same time, June was trying to understand what happened at the party. And Patrick basically trying to explain that, Safari didn't want her there and want y'all there and, the ins and out of what it is, And it was stupid. It was stupid. Like I say, I feel as though Safari is very much insecure, very much immature for her age. And the same thing can be said for Chandrika. Everybody in this situation is acting very much insecure, okay? Very much immature as well. So then, Chandrika get called out there by June, and you're at the hostess stand. Why are you interrupting her doing her job when she finally want to do her job? Leaving all them damn people in that line to think for themselves. I said, no, ma'am. Now, see, Kandi, y'all gonna have to tighten this shit up. Y'all gonna have to tighten this shit up because this should not be happening. All right. Meanwhile, she thinking, I guess, Rashad was gonna be on the hostess stand. He outside, Torrin outside, Dominique come outside, and she all happy and everything. And they, oh my God, you got us. And I'm sitting here like this. All right. Who manning the desk up in the restaurant? Who doing the restaurant? Okay, see, this why Don Juan be coming down there cutting y'all asses up because y'all just ain't doing y'all job. Everybody is outside. Everybody gets outside. Take y'all asses in there like y'all ain't never seen a car. Y'all could have seen that after work, after hours. Meanwhile, Brian have his little. First of all, no. Before that, June went over there to Rashard, Torrin, and Brian, and basically called them out about like basically not having Chandrika back. Like y'all ain't come out there to check on her to see how she was doing because he feel like her friends ain't really her friends because they not acting like her friends, like checking up on her and doing all this other stuff. I said, now, June, you being a little messy. You being a little messy. I know that's your woman or whatever, and you trying to, have her back. But did she tell you to go over there and talk to them like that? No. Meanwhile, Brian have his little funeral for his wig, baby. Why Brian came down there dressed like somebody grandma at a funeral with that veil? That scarf on as a veil. Okay. It was funny. You got Rashard there. You got Torrin there. And Torrin already felt some type of way about the fact that June came up there talking to him about this whole situation. And Chandrika hasn't talked to him first. And, Chandrika was there. She told them that she got to go on this triple date with Todd, Kandi, and Patrick and Safari. And so when they get through with the little funeral procession and all that, it was funny. Burying the wig outside and everything. Brian crying over it. That was like a comedy moment, and I loved it. But basically, they confronted her about your man up there talking to us about why we ain't come out there to be with you and check on you and all this shit. And it's like, why is he talking to me about this shit instead of you coming and talking to me? Okay, and it was Chandrika getting in her feelings. I don't care. Torrin was like, you do care. You do care if your man is coming up here talking to us about this. 9 out of 10, you told him to say that shit. Okay? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it is what it is. Just say you pissed off because you didn't get in. That's what it is, and you felt like nobody was checking for you. Nobody was checking for you, and that's what it was. But at the end of the day, I don't see how you could be mad at Torrin because Torrin came down there. What else was he supposed to do? He came down there because he didn't have to. So moving on from that, we got this whole situation with this goddamn a triple date with Kandi and Todd. They go meet up with Chandrika and Patrick. Now y'all finna go play some games. This is the place that we just seen on the Real Housewives, them with the bowling pins and all that before. Okay, so June and Chandrika, they come in, they looking nice or whatever, and then here come Patrick getting out the car with a suit on. I said, what type of casual ass suit is this? I thought y'all was finna have fun. I know he said dress nice, but damn, even Ty can't dress down. But all right, Patrick is just goofy to me, so I'm gonna just leave that at that. They get into there, and basically, you got Safari. Ooh, I almost had to sneeze. You got Safari basically like, I don't understand why we had to do this. I'm not a kid. This ain't no goddamn play date. Why do I need to meet up with this girl? And I'm just like, you're just so negative. In a sense, Chandrika and Safari act the same to a certain degree. But then Safari just goes a little bit further. Like Safari, I don't know. First of all, when you look at her, she has no facial expressions. And it bothers me. Every once in a blue moon, she'll probably smile and chuckle. And it scares me a little bit, but because it comes out of nowhere. And it's like, oh my God, I didn't know your face can do that. Other than that, she just be looking so plain face, like deadpan. That's what it is. No matter what the emotion is, she has one. She has one facial expression. It's just this. And I'm just like, oh, mama look a little crazy, okay? Uh, she look like she probably watches Patrick while he sleep. Okay, that's the tease that she gets. All right. Meanwhile, they get into this whole situation about how come they didn't let Chandrika and June get into the party. It was all because she claims that I didn't know their energy, I didn't know them, I didn't know what they was gonna bring, and like they said, why did you think that we would come there and try to do something or whatever, be some negative people at somebody else's shit? I'm just coming there to clear the air, show that everything is good, and like Kandi said, I don't understand what the problem is when both of y'all are in relationships and y'all claim to be in love and happy. One is engaged and the other one now, as we saw in this episode, is thinking about getting engaged and getting engaged. So it's like, why are we having all these issues? Now I understand don't nobody want to be partying with their man's ex, or their woman's ex, but at the same time, we're adults. We work together, and if he wanted to invite them, he could invite them and show that, yeah, I can get along, because obviously if I work together, like Chandrika, I mean Safari, Patrick sees Chandrika every day when he's at work. So you can deal with that, but I guess you ain't got no control over that, but you got control over the fact that who can come up in his house. Him and Melvin's house. Not yours, but him and Melvin's house. Is that what it is? Okay. Cool. Cool. But they cleared that whole shit off, and basically it's nothing. They're okay. I said, so you talking about you didn't know what their energy is, and the whole thing is you don't want to go out and meet anybody else. It's like, has Patrick ever tried to, introduce her to anybody else, like the people in his life? Because I'm telling y'all, the way Safari is being presented in her own actions, in the way that he's like so up under her, for some reason, she just gives me like, she the type of person that likes to isolate her mates. Whoever she's in a relationship, she likes to isolate them from the people that they're around, and let them all be just about her. Like, she likes to have a little bit of control over that situation. Baby, when they asked about, how June and Chandrika get together, they met on Tinder, a month later they were engaged, and how she came in and changed his life and all this stuff. Then they talked about how Patrick and Safari got together. Safari said he was all up in my DMs for the past 2 years, and I was like, I'm not finna do that, because I just thought of him as a trick. So that's the only reason why I responded, because I thought he was a trick. I said, what? She said, yeah, I thought it was a trick. A trick is somebody that you do what you do with, have sex with, and then you get some money from. I said, ma'am, you gonna say that right in front of his auntie / mama? Play mama, like, you don't do no stuff like that. I said, I mean, I know we trying to be honest, but that's not necessarily a good look. And that does come up later when Kandi have a conversation with Safari. They be playing that girl to the goddamn left. Y'all know that girl vegan. Why y'all don't ever go to a vegan restaurant? She be looking at the menus like, damn, what the fuck can I eat on this shit? Bitch, eat some meat, okay? That's what you can. Eat a little bit of dairy. She probably gonna be like, bitch, I want to end up like you. Fuck you. Let me stop. That was a lie. That was a lie. That was a lie. I ain't mean it. It just came out. But, because Kandi trying to get to know the girl, and she wanted to come at her, confront her about that comment. And she was just like, it's not what it meant, like necessarily what it mean, but, she do love Patrick. She do wants to be with him. She loves the fact that, he respects her, he supports her, and all of that. Because Kandi was like, when Patrick talks about you, it's, oh, she this, and she's the love of my life, and she's all of this. Mind you, Patrick was up in the barbershop with Todd, basically saying that he thinking about proposing to her, that they twin flames and all this stuff. And I was liking the fact that Todd said, but I didn't like the fact, are you sure? Because I didn't like the fact that she called you a trick and then said that shit right up in front of us. Something about that just didn't sit well with me. And he was like, yeah, I know, but I know what she meant. And, because he was a hoe. he was a hoe back in his day, and so that's probably what she was talking about. Next 9 out of 10, what she was talking about. And she did say, I was looking at his Instagram and I'm seeing all the shit that he was doing. So yeah, that's what it was referring to. She could have said it a little bit better. She probably was trying to make a joke, and because she's so deadpan in the face, it just didn't come off right, But at the end of the day, everything is cool with her and Kandi. Everything is okay with Todd and Patrick. I do like the relationship that Todd and Patrick have. He said he looked at him like a father figure, so that's good. We get back to OLG, and Don Juan talking to Brandon and what that girl Dom Unique, and saying basically, are y'all in a relationship? Why y'all trying to act like y'all not, and it's so hard for you to say yes when y'all was at the party all necking and everything? Necking. Baby, I sound so old. That's like what my grandma be saying. Y'all up there doing that necking and shit. They're not putting no hickey on that neck. Bitch, I got a story to tell y'all. But anyway, let me stop. I was like, they're in a relationship. So now they got to figure out, because it's not about to be looking as if you're giving favoritism to one employee because you're fucking around with her. So which one of y'all gonna leave? Dom said, I ain't leaving. I said, bitch, you about to go on tour for a month. So, like, let that be that, okay? Somebody gotta go. See, this is why you don't fuck around with your coworkers, all right? Especially when you're in an environment like this. But moving on from that, we get this little get together that happens at Brian's apartment. You got Rashad, you got Torin, Chandrika goes there, and you got Dom Unique. Everybody's having fun for the most part. I was like, Brian, why we got drinks there? But then I forgot, he had the people coming over. I just hope you're not indulging in it. But before we can truly get into the little get together, baby, they started talking about the triple date and what happened. And, Safari was like, well, actually, Chandrika said in her confessional, Safari is cool. For the most part, she cool. But why would I want to be friends with her? Why would I want to be friends with my ex's girlfriend? And I said, exactly. But it's more so that y'all can know that y'all ain't no beef between y'all. It should never have been any beef. I don't even understand why there was an issue anyway if y'all both moved on. I don't understand that shit. But, people are petty. People are childish. But anyway, so they get off of that to start talking about the housewarming. Chandrika said, how you having a housewarming if you ain't got no house? I said, well, it's a good question. Okay. Meanwhile, Rashad, he had to, first of all, Rashad and his hair. I ain't had to go in on him lately, all right? Because I actually agree with him in this episode. He is giving me very much Golden Lords, okay? And if you have never seen Meteor Man, that is your homework for the week. Go see Meteor Man and report back to me next week and tell me how you liked it. First of all, they need to go ahead and just put, how come BET Plus ain't put that on their streaming? That is a black ass movie that we need. Black superhero. Ain't Blank Man on there too? Girl. Anyway. Meteor Man. Anyway, he basically was like, the housewarming was boring as shit, and he wished he could leave. But then he called out Dominique and said, bitch, you should have went out there. I told her that she should go out there and check on you, because he apologized to Chandrika for not coming out there, but then said that I told Dominique that she should come out there and check on you since she came in there with you. Y'all came together, that's your girl, whatever. And she was like, you don't know who I am. You didn't say nothing to me. And they played the clip back. He did, and who the fuck are you to say this and to say that? You don't know. I'm like, why are you getting upset, Dominique? Because he called you out on what you should have done, because you was wrong. Brian even agreed with it, but he was like, it really ain't affecting my life and it ain't my business, so I ain't got no dog in this fight. I'm gonna just let them say what they gotta say. And I would have did the same thing. It was between the people that was talking. But Dominique, you was getting all defensive for the fact that you knew that you was fucking wrong. You should have went out there and you should have checked on your girl. And that ain't even, not saying that you had to leave with her. You could have at least checked on her. Okay, you stayed up in there and then tried to make up some lie talking about something. I couldn't get out. You could get out. Torin got out. Patrick got out. Safari got out. And they came the fuck right back. You could have did the same thing. Made Rashad leave because he told the truth and you ain't want to hear. Meanwhile, Patrick wound up getting his 4 lovely ladies together that he liked. His power 4, Kandi, Aunt Bertha, his grandmama, Aunt Joyce, and his mama, basically to tell them that yeah, he's thinking about getting engaged to Safari. He got a ring, and they was like, this ain't the same ring that you got for the other girl. I said, what other girl? You proposed before? He said, girl, yeah, I proposed. And what had happened was, see, I don't take too kindly with people just walking out. She walked out the house and I just said, fuck it, let me go ahead and go back to the streets. Now I said, goddamn Patrick. Now did she get upset and walk out the house and say, I'll be right back and come back a couple of days later? Or did you just say, bitch, fuck it? The way that he said it, it was almost as if she walked out the house because she said she was going to the store to get some milk and she ain't never come back. That's how he said. I said, you know what, Patrick, I hope stuff work out between you and Safari. I don't want to put a damper in people's love. You know what I'm saying? You in a happy place. You going to meet her father, which I appreciate. You're a little old school with that, and I do agree with that, getting the family approval or at least letting them know before you pop the question so you can know. I think that's a sign of respect. But yeah, I hope it work out. Now I just want to mention this, Brian. The fuck was that shit on your head? Now you gonna have to bury that one too. Y'all saw the preview for next week's episode when he was sitting there doing his little business playing with Todd. Bury that shit that you had on your head too. Okay? And that's all I gotta say. I'll see you guys later. Peace.